Evening folks, this video we're looking at a new passive mixer. Now this is the issue. So we've got our Volca set up over here. We got 4 Volcas. They all have MIDI connections, so I can control these Volcas from my DAW over MIDI, not necessarily sync. So that's cool. That's cool. However, they're in my board up here. If I just put the volume up, they are a little bit noisy. I hope you're hearing that. Now, once they're sort of doing their thing, no, they're not synced, but you know, not too bad. But that's, yeah, they're a little bit noisy. So myVolts over in the Netherlands, I believe, sell the mickXer 5-channel stereo passive mixer with noise reduction. So that's exciting, isn't it? There we go. These yeah, so there we go. So 5 ins there, out there. So this, and it's passive, so I don't need any power, would replace my little S-Mix that I've got currently submixing the Volcas before they hit the main board. So I'm interested to know, will this knock out some of that noise? These are available from myVolts directly. I bought this online. As I say, it shipped from the Netherlands. Didn't take long. These are about £20. I think I paid for this, like a little bit over with postage. So even just as a passive mixer, that is good little price for a mixer. If it can knock out the noise as well, even better. Now I've got to diddle around with the cables because I've just got a little stereo output, stereo passive. Yeah, so that'll probably be a stereo out. Let's see if we can knock down some of this noise on my Volcas. I'll just show the cable I'm using. So that comes out of the little red box, and then like TRS XLR type going into my board. I just say that because that seems like a good way to go, but obviously if you think I should be using a different kind of cable, just tell me in the comments. Okay, mixer's down, so this won't pop your ears. So that's the cable. It works, it's quieter. So let's listen to the keys. Nice delay. Get that. Now, what I find is if I really start increasing the volume, you can hear a bit of noise coming through, especially if I adjust the gain. You can hear that shh, right? But that's going to come through so deafeningly loud. I don't need my levels that high. So I can literally come down to here. Yeah, the noise floor there is much less. It works. Fan-blummentastic. Let me just get everything synced up. The sound card needs to send clock. Okay. Let's take it down to a more reasonable BPM. Okay, that's 8 BPM. Didn't want 8 BPM. I want 88 BPM. Nice quiet signal. Volca drum. Volca drum is a bit quiet, so I wonder if the Volca drum should be a stereo out. So the Volca drums are coming in a bit quiet. Or it's just a dodgy cable. See, with the sample, you can hear just a bit of noise there. Okay, the camera randomly went out of focus there at the end. So, like I say, myVolts is the company. I think they're over in the Netherlands. Cost me £20 with postage, or 21 or something, a little bit over. I think you can get free postage if you. Because I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll buy 2 and get free postage. That might make sense if you're over in the States. But yeah, I know I've got a DI box somewhere knocking around, which also has a ground lift. So I'm wondering if combining that with that as well might be get me even better sort of signal to noise. But it's here somewhere. I just can't quite locate it. It's definitely somewhere. Ground lift. Yeah, so with the ground lift engaged, it's ever so slightly less noisy. Absolutely useless. Absolutely useless. This is the actual DI box, K-Line Professional DI, this is called. So obviously much quieter than this piece of crap. And I mean this is silent. However, all my vocals are turned off, and as we start powering the Volcas on, that's the keys. I can hear there's a slight high-pitched whine. That's the beats. I think sample's the main offender. Turn sample on. It's not too bad. And drum. Yeah, they're all making slightly different flavour of noise. But yeah. Still, yes. I don't think this is helping any. It's not any worse, but it's not really helping me. I have just recorded some stems, and see that I can hear that noise still with the Volca keys. It's not too bad, but the beats still a little noisy. And the drum, and then the sample, which is just a bit quieter. So the signal to noise, not great, not great. So we can just hear that noise on a loop. I can also hear a little bit of Volca as well in there. Now I can EQ that away. It doesn't affect the drums too much. But the Volca key sounds a bit weird, and that EQ is a massive cut at 400 kilohertz and 800 kilohertz using a graphic EQ. So that's with the EQ engaged, that's with it bypassed. And if I boost those frequencies, oops, sorry, if I boost those frequencies, so things can be EQ'd away, and obviously things are going to be part of a mix. But yeah, I think the Volcas are just a little bit noisy. Of course, the other way to go is if you're going to do tracking, you could use batteries as well. But then you're going to sort of go and kill a load of batteries. But yeah, this though definitely helps. I would say definitely helps. And also it's just what's quite nice about it. Let's plug it back in. Is I can submix 5 things into one without needing additional power. So from that perspective, it is quite convenient. But there we go. I think Volcas are just a little bit noisy, especially in this configuration where I've got I'm running 4 of them. I've got various MIDI cables. I've got various lights on. So yeah, I'd probably, if I was going to do any serious tracking with this, I'd just run one. And I've got an adapter that will go from a power, like a USB power brick thing. One of these to a Volca adapter. And I'd probably go that way. Anyway, this video is getting a bit long. Cheers, bye.